Warning. Unmasked features videos showing dangerous activities and adult situations. SDS Studios advises viewers to not repeat what they are about to see.
Welcome to another episode of Unmasked. I'm your host, Terry Reynolds. On this episode, we're going to look at some more clips from the internet. We're going to interview a good old country girl. And then we're going to look at some inappropriate memes. To start things off, I want to bring attention to what time of year it is. It's getting warmer out, it's springtime now, summer's right around the corner. People are going to start taking their children to parks and stuff. And you're going to be like, yo, look at that. Look at those swings, that slides, that ride. I think I can do it. Listen, these rides were made for small children. If you're an adult, or if you're a child who, has to shop in the adult section for your clothing, these rides are not meant for you. You might ask, why would you say this, Terry? Here's why. Now the groundskeeper's going to bring a dump truck full of dirt to fill in the crater you just left. Here's another reason.
Pusher! There you go! Oh my!
Little kids will get crushed. It looks like a scene out of Indiana Jones. Someone call Child Protective Services. That poor little kid just suffered some massive spinal trauma. This next person, they're a mongoloid. They know that this swing set was made for like a 5-year-old. Not someone looks like they just ate a 5-year-old. And for you older kids, when you're out doing your summer activities, before you do any sporting events, make sure you stretch and warm up first, or this could happen.
Go.
And for adults, especially the older adults, you need to remember, you're getting older, osteoporosis sets in. If this next thing happens to you, you can shatter a hip.
Nigga say,
oh my God, no. Uncle Phil just fell and broke his ass. Somebody better call the Fresh Prince. So is Uncle Phil right for throwing Jazz out the front door all those times. And while we're talking about knowing your limits, just because you have an athletic friend who can do a certain thing, it doesn't mean you can do it too.
Alright, let Nathan on. Nathan, try it out, buddy.
Come on, dude, that thing isn't a toy. You know what else isn't a toy, but people play with them all the time and they really shouldn't? That's a forklift. Way to go, man, you just killed John. This next lady, she's not going to really die, but she will die from embarrassment.
Together, never.
You know who we haven't heard from in a long time? Larry the Cable Guy. We found out what he's up to. He's auditioning for the new Jackass movie, Jackass 4.
There you go, right there!
A minute ago, we were talking about, not using playground equipment that you're too big for. People, this applies to animals too.
Chama. Vai.
Levanta do outro, lá não. Esses dias eu tomei no tombo, rapaz. No meu canal de montar, pô, bati com o joelho no... Vai, vou ajudar aqui pra você não voltar.
Nada, não. Ih, vai, foi.
Vai, foi. É assim. O meu canal saiu do lugar daí, ó, do morro.
Ele já tá com o freio de mão puxado aí, ó.
Caraca,
Serves that guy right. He's bigger than the freaking horse. Speaking of riding things that you're bigger than, this next dude had been squeezed into this car with a shoehorn.
Cagou no... Oh.
Use your stomach muscles. You just have to pull yourself out.
Jesus.
Hey!
Damn, that car frame must be made out of titanium. That's supporting a lot of weight. So, do you guys remember Richard Simmons? Back in the 80s, sweating in the oldies, he had a deal meal. Well, it looks like he's fallen off the wagon and hasn't been doing either for a while. Look at him. And finally, I need to see another adult getting hurt on playground equipment. Just for fun. Let's see that.
Don't let your feet touch the ground.
So now it's time for our first interview, but first, a word from our sponsor.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but Lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuck boy. No one fucks with my hose. The Lizard hose is about $30. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Nah, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Welcome back. This month we have another unique individual for our interview. If you ever seen the video, Gingers Do Have Souls, it was a viral video that came out, that was probably about 10 years ago. It was this redhead kid that was freaking out because South Park was making fun of redheads. Then, if you know that video, our next guest is his grandmother. Her name's Mema. So let's get right into it. Here's Mema. So, for this month's interview, we're going to be talking to Mema. For those of you who don't know who Mema is, a couple years ago, her grandson, the Angry Ginger, put out a video. You know, he was all upset because people were saying gingers didn't have souls. He was freaking out. It was ridiculous. But, the video went viral, made this kid world famous. So, in case you haven't seen it, here's a real short clip from that video.
I'm getting sick and tired of everyone making fun of red-haired people. Like, he's a ginger! He's a ginger! Really, that's funny. Yeah, okay, I'm being called a ginger every single day.
Mema is definitely a character. She understands, current, social, events and in a way that, the world works today, but she also has old school values. But she's always been, a hellion even back when she was younger. So today she's here to tell us about the time when she broke up her brother's swingers party. And before we start, I have to apologize. The camera guy that we sent you to go there and record her, dude couldn't stop laughing in the background. So just try bearing with Chucklehead as we get through this. So Mema, tell us about the swingers party.
Tommy Mac, my brother, who was the character, okay? Well, he was never faithful to his wife. And there was this guy by the name of Sammy Sampson that had a boat. Well, when me and you were out to Tommy Mac's, I wanted him to come and be with me and Pete. So Mary Frances said, Dolores, he's at the lake with Sammy Sampson. I said, well, take me out there. So she takes me out there, and I want you to know that they were out in the middle of the lake, and I had to get this guy with a little dinghy to take me out there, okay?
What's a dinghy?
A little small boat that you take to a big boat to get on it. So I gave him $50, a lot of money back then. So he takes me out there to the boat, okay? And they throw the thing over, and I not ever got up on it with the ladder. But I got up there, and everybody up there was naked.
What were they doing?
They were all drinking and naked. So this girl says, Tommy, there's a woman out here to see you. He said, that ain't a woman, that's my damn sister. Put your clothes on.
So you saw him, what'd you say to your brother?
I don't know what you're doing to running around naked. His wife looks a lot better than you. She's got a better figure, and you look like fried shit. Okay? So, they were all running, and she said, that's not your sister. He said, that's my damn sister. Don't say anything. Put your clothes on. Behave. So I was so mad at Tommy Mac, till while they were all scrambling and getting dressed downstairs, I went to right up under the front of the boat, and I pulled the cork out so water would come on.
So what happened to the boat?
The boat was taking on water, and they were running around. They didn't know what was wrong. They didn't have the strength to know that I just pulled the little hickey up. And so I got off of it, and Sammy Sampson's boat was taking on water, and they had to take it in, and it was going down.
So whatever happened to everybody that was on a boat at that party?
Well, they in the boat, of course. Tommy Mac was a mess. Well, Pete was back on the shore, and Tommy Mac and all of them were screaming out in the middle of the lake that the boat's sinking. And Mary Frances said, Pete, the boat's going down. He said, Dolores has done something. She's probably pulled the plug on the boat because she's mad at him. And so we got back to shore, and Mary Frances said, Tommy Mac's going to be so mad.
At that point, did you really even care if he was mad?
He's drinking, he's going to be mad at me, but I don't care. I'm going to tell Mother what he was doing.
What'd your mom do?
It's the fifth. But anyway, our family's crazy.
Sounds like you have a very interesting family.
We were all fun people, and we were fun to be around, and we're still fun. And
so getting back to the whole boat thing, where's your husband during his sabotage?
He stayed back on shore with Mary Frances, my sister-in-law, my brother's wife.
Whatever happened to the boat?
Sammy Sampson, it spent a fortune cleaning this boat back up after I nearly sunk it.
Okay, so while I'm talking here quick, I heard you had a unique experience, kind of hilarious, when you were out visiting family in Kansas.
While we were out west, they lived in Wichita, Kansas. Me and Pete and Mary Frances and Tommy Mac went out back out there. You had to belong to a club to get in it. So we were going to this club, and I had never been to a strip joint before. And Pete said he didn't want me to go out there and see it, you know. But Tommy Mac said, let her go out there and see it. Said she needs to get around a little bit, and you'll enjoy it. Pete said, I'm sure I will. So when we got out there, these girls were dancing on stage in little skimpy outfits, and I said, shit, I can do that. Pete said, you could not. So as a joke, he called the owner of the place over and said, my wife used to strip in Atlanta, and she wants to see if she still got it. Can you?
So did you dance?
Yes, I did. He said, I'd love to. So he took me back, put me on this little cute outfit. I was real pretty when I was young and thin. And
like in 1875. So, do you remember what song you danced to?
I got out there, and I danced to Hang On, Sloopy, Sloopy, Hang On. I danced to that song, and when I get to the edge of the stage, I'd get back and pump myself at him.
I bet your brother didn't approve of that.
my brother come up out of their chair. Pete come back there and said, put on your clothes. Tommy Mac said, I'm going to tell Mother what you're doing to Lord.
Did you make any money?
When I went back after the song was over, people were throwing money at me and everything. After I wasn't naked, I was in a cute outfit. Yeah.
So what did the owner think of your performance?
So after I got back out to the table and had my clothes on, the owner of the place came over and offered me a job making $800 a week.
Well, $800? That's a good wage now. So back then, that was pretty decent money.
Back in the 60s, that was a lot of money. And I said, I'm going to take this job and stay out here. Pete said, you are not either. You proved your point. I know you can dance. And get your ass over here and sit down.
So what was your brother's, opinion on your performance?
Yeah, what a pretty looking thing you were out there on that stage, bumping and grinding. I'm going to tell my mother.
Oh, thank God so you weren't naked.
I had on a cute little outfit. It was just a real skimpy little outfit with little tassels, and I'd swing.
Oh my God, no, stop. I can't deal with Mema wearing tassels, no. Oh my God, I'm gonna puke, stop. So I take it you're always good at dancing?
But I used to win every dance contest I ever entered when I was young. I mean, I was a pistol boy.
Alright, so thank you, Mema, for your time. I also know that you have a YouTube channel out there where you put random videos out. I think your grandson helps you with it, but would you like to take a minute and tell us what the name of that YouTube channel is?
Okay, now that's all you're gonna get for story time with Mema. First time with Mema.
Okay, there you go. It's the first time with Mema, so make sure you check that out. Of course, check out my show first, but go ahead and check that show out too. So let's get back to the show. Well, that was a unique encounter. She's definitely one of a kind. Thank God. So as I promised you last month, we're gonna start checking in with Ginger Billy on a monthly basis just to see what he's up to, what's going on with him. So this month he wants to tell you what happens to his wife and all the other women who go to the gynecologist. Let's see what he's got.
Hello, America. Y'all, my wife just had to go for her annual lady doctor appointment. You know, the gynecologist. And I'm going to tell you, I did not know what all went on at the gynecologist appointment. Like, I had no clue. But I always noticed that my wife dreaded going to this doctor's appointment every year. She's just like, oh, I just don't want to go. And I didn't understand what all went on until she got home from her appointment. I asked her, I said, baby, what happens at them appointments? She said that when y'all ladies get into that doctor's office and you go back that room, they make y'all take everything off. You get bucky naked. You ain't got no underwears on or nothing. They just put a gown on you. And then they take your legs and they strap them suckers up in them stirrups. So now your legs is like this, all spread out. And there's your taco and your chocolate starfish for all the nurses, all the doctors, Jesus, God, everybody to see. And you say, here's when I thought the doctor just walks into the room. He just looks under the gown. He's like, yeah, well, it looks like your doors are lining up perfectly. Yeah, the curtains are closed. I don't see anything hanging out of it. Yeah, everything's good. And then he just walks out of the room. But, oh, no. That is not what happens. You see, my wife told me that the doctor takes this too, called a speculum, and he jobs it down in there, so he can, I guess, look at your cave walls and make sure there ain't no bats in the cave or nothing. And then the doctor takes a Q-tip and he swabs it around in there, make sure you ain't got nothing growing in the old canoe there. I always wondered why sometimes after them appointments she'd come home walking funny. And now I know. I didn't realize y'all had to have tubes jammed up in that thing. And I was like, that's all they do, right? Like, that's gotta be all they do. And she's like, oh, no. Then I have to have the breast exam and the mammogram. And I'm like, oh, I just thought the breast exam was where it was like, no, I don't feel nothing. Nipples look cool. They both look at me eye to eye. Everything looks good. Nah, it ain't that simple. She told me that y'all have to take your boobies and y'all have to throw them up on this metal plate, and then they take another metal plate and they go and make a titty meat sandwich. And there you are with your boobies just squeezed up in this thing, like that. And then they have to take x-rays, and she says it's so painful. I couldn't imagine. I've had a titty twister before. That sounds like that is way worse than any titty twister I've ever had in my life. I did not know, ladies, that y'all had to go through all this at a doctor's appointment. You know, I thought it was weird when I had to go get a physical and a doctor had to touch my wiener and my testiculars. Like, I thought that was awkward. You know, where he had to go, hoot, cough, yeah. Nah, that ain't bad. Not compared to what y'all ladies have to go through. From now on, before my wife goes to any gynecologist appointment, I'm going to give her a big hug. I'm going to give her a big hug, and I'm just going to console her. Because I didn't know it was that rough on y'all. God bless y'all. I love you.
I had to take a minute and adjust myself after we just dove into insight from Ginger Billy. So while I'm doing that, let's check out this month's montage called Wacko Jacko. You guys are back. I'm sorry you had to see that. I thought you guys were still watching the montage. I got into it, sorry. So this month, we're going to have another installment of What Do You Mean? Let's go check that out. Okay, guys. So let's get right into I Don't Know What You Mean for this month. Let's get started. Edward Scissoring Hands. Oh my god, this is great. If you don't know what scissoring is, it's the act of two lesbians scissoring each other, just imagine two scissors to get. If you don't get it, you don't get it. That's hilarious. I have a rape whistle, and I'm not afraid to use it. Will Ferrell's so right. You have to admire her optimism. She ain't ever going to use that rape whistle. Oh, we're starting out, Sean. This is disgusting. Dreamcatcher with an actual nightmare stuck in it. $650. Dude, I'll pay $650 just to throw it in the garbage. Oh my god. Oh, poor Jared. I like my women like I like my subs. 6 and 12. That's why you're in prison, brother. Oh, dude, I'm not even commenting on this. No. I don't get into political stuff. I don't know who the wise ass was that put this in the slideshow. You guys can look at it, make your own opinions. I'm gonna sit out on this one. If you don't understand, just ignore it. Oh, here goes Sandusky again. Good old Jerry Sandusky. Whoever said spit is nature's best lubricant never tried children's tears. He tried more than children's tears. Sick perv, he's where he belongs, in jail. Okay, so Ice-T and Ice Cube, but I'm confused about Whitney Houston. Oh, if you don't get it, it's a soda fountain. Yeah, Ice-T, Ice Cube, and she's Coke. Because that's all she does. Oh, that's so wrong. Baby reveal gone wrong. So, yeah, they're expecting a pink for girl, blue for boy. It's coming out black, and you got this brother standing here with that look on his face. I think you could put two together. That's horrible. Oh my God. His eyes are great. When you're sitting in county jail and fart and someone yells just my size. Yeah, that's about the face I'd be making too. That's horrible. That's a rough one. Oh my God. So that's all we have for this month. Join us back next month and we'll have another edition of I Don't Know What You Mean. Let's get back to the show. I'm really starting to like that skit, you know? Nothing like adding a little shock value to the show. Before we close the show out, let's go see what Carla's up to. We haven't checked in with her yet.
Hey y'all, it's me, Carla. I'm outside this here Aldi store, and I'm here with another life hack tutorial. And all it's going to cost you is one quarter. Follow me and I'll show you how. What you're going to do is you're going to come over here where they sell all the carts, okay? And you're going to take your quarter and put it in this hole. And that will release this mechanism, thereby releasing your newly purchased cart, okay? It just releases it. So I'm going to take this over here and tell you all the benefits. Okay, so now for the tutorial life hack part. You've just bought yourself one genuine Aldi cart, okay? Let's say you're at home and you want to have barbecue, but you don't have a barbecue grill. Bam! Put your coals under there, put your meats up here. You could have 12 meat patties, 2 chicken halves, some hot dogs and bratwurst. Bam! Barbecue grill, 25 cents. Let's say you ain't got nowhere to sit when you want to eat your barbecue. Turn it on its side. I ain't gonna do it now. Turn it on its side. Bam! You got yourself a nice stool, a nice bench. It could seat 2 people. It could seat probably just me, but could seat 2 normal sized people. Let's say that you are homeless and you don't have a luggage or a suitcase. Right here, you got space for your purse and your soda. The other part, you can put a sleeping bag, some pillows, all your clothes, maybe put your dog up here or your cat. There's so many things you can do for this, and at 25 cents, you can't beat it. Now I have to walk my cart home because I cannot fit it into my car, so I had to walk up here and I'm gonna have to walk this cart home. Okay, so I will catch up with you in a minute when I'm walking on my journey here. And some of these people don't know that they just bought this cart. They always bring them back. I don't bring my carts back because I paid for it. Okay, I hadn't anticipated the walk back. I anticipated the walk here. I was prepared for that, but this walk home is bullshit. And people trying to run me over here. I'm just trying, you know, people are like, oh, I always watch tutorials on YouTube and put on makeup and stuff. Well, you know what? I don't need no makeup. Look at me. I look good. My tutorials are life hacks. They actually help you out. You don't need makeup. What you need in your life is a freaking barbecue grill and a bench. I wonder if they let me get on the bus with this damn thing.
You can't take that off property.
I don't know if he's talking to me.
You are not allowed to take carts off the property.
I bought it. No, I just bought it.
What?
You can come look, my quarter's in there.
Do you have a receipt?
I don't know. I don't have a receipt because I have my quarter as my receipt.
The carts are not
this
for
right here.
sale. I'm gonna have to ask you to put it back.
I'm not putting it back.
Then I'm gonna have to call the police. You cannot take the carts off of property.
I ain't putting it back.
Put it back.
I paid for this fair and square. It says deposit 25 cents.
I'm going to
which
ask
I
you
did.
one more time, and then I'm calling the police. Put the cart back.
Man, fuck y'all.
Ma'am, stop. Stop. Give me the goddamn cart.
You know, Carla's always trying to be thrifty. You know, you gotta give her credit for trying to save a buck. And really, there's no signs to say that you're leasing or renting the cart, so are you really renting it? Are you purchasing the cart and returning it? I don't know. So she might have a case there. I don't know, but it's a great idea. I just don't know how legal it is. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in this month. There's 2 more episodes left for season 1. I hope you guys join us. If you missed any of the previous 7 episodes before this one, make sure you go back, watch them, like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. And then next month, make sure you definitely join us. We're going to be having a contest. And there's going to be prizes that you guys can win at home. So join us next month. Thanks for tuning in. Be safe till then.
Yeah, I caught a crackhead stealing my stereo last night on my patio. I caught a crackhead stealing my stereo last night on my patio. She put my TV in a sack. My Xbox was attached. She tried to go sell it for a little bit of crack. She's high as a horse, smoking crack of course. She got it in the back alley with other crack whores. She says she ain't on nothing, but she tweaking on something. She says she ain't on nothing, but she tweaking on something. She lives in a trailer for crack, she does sex favors. She's got a lot of babies, her life's a disaster. She got a flat booty and she got no boobies, but she'll sell her coochie, that thing it smells like sushi. She says she ain't on nothing, but she tweaking on something. She says she ain't on nothing, but she tweaking on something. I caught a crackhead stealing my stereo last night on my patio. I caught a crackhead stealing my stereo last night on my patio. I got a crackhead called the crackhead.
Det var bees, man.